Trade and urbanization. With the increase in agricultural production, people began the practice of preserving or storing the grain they could not consume. So, with the increase in the agricultural production because of the iron, the people started to start preserving or storing the grains which they do not consume. That is the extra crops they used to store. The additional produce kept aside from the total amount was called surplus. So whatever the amount which they used to produce, the extra crops which they used to keep aside, that particular food grains was known as surplus. A substantial portion of agricultural surplus went into the payment of different taxes, while some of it was also traded in the form of commodities. So with the help of this surplus, either they used to um, pay in the form of different taxes to the king, or they used to sell this product, or you can say sell these crops with the or you can say in order to exchange with other commodities, that is the other goods. These period witnessed an increase in trading activities which lasted many centuries. So these period witnessed a huge amount of trading system, that is buying and selling of goods, and it lasted for many centuries. The goods produced by craft person were created over long distance by merchants. So the items which were produced by the craft person were carried over long distance by the merchants. That means who sell the products or who sell the items to the other town. They may have used the punch marked coins as the medium of exchange. So it is believed that they used to use punch marked coins as a medium of exchange. Merchants organized themselves into association or guilds which are called Saurians. So even there were a group of merchants and they were known as Saurians. Goods were taken as far away as Takshashila in the northwestern India. Bhiri, Kacha or and Supara are the west coast where on the west coast were important seaports from where the goods were sent to the West Asia. So these are the two important ports through which the items were sent or exported to Western Asia. The social setup of the Janapadas and Mahajanapadas were similar to that of the later Vedic period. The Varna system, characterized by the division of society into Brahmans, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra, assumed more concrete form and came to be firmly established in the society. So, as we already know, the Varna system, which were practiced in the later Vedic period, so similarly, during this period also, the society was divided into four categories. Steadily, it ceased to be skill based and become hereditary. Thus, the son of a merchant could only become a merchant. So, slowly and gradually, these Varna system, that is the four category of the society, was divided on the skill based. That means whatever their profession is, they will work as that profession, and according to the profession they were divided into these four category. And later on it become a hereditary. That means if a son of a merchant could only become a merchant, he cannot become a you can say farmer. Many people from different section of society began to oppose the Varna system, which essentially reflected the predominance of the Brahmins priest. So many people they started objecting this Varna system, and it clearly reflect that the Brahmins priest used to dominate the society. Some warrior kings felt that they were superior to the priest. So some warrior kings they felt that they are higher than the priest. The other objective to birth being the decisive factor for the allotment of varna. So due to this caste system, many conflicts were taken place. Villages grew in size and number with steady increase in population. So the village started to increase, and even the population also increases at a very high rate. They were well connected with each other by roads and rivers. So all the villages were connected with roads and river. Each village had a headman which is known as Gramini or Gramika, who was a link between the village and the king. Sometimes villages develop into towns, particularly if they were famous for certain types of crafts. So even sometimes the villages they were developed into towns, and they were basically famous for different types of crafts. And according to to the crafts, they were famous. Towns and cities also emerged because of their proximity of trade routes. So even the towns and cities, it also increased because of the system was very good. That means the roads and rivers was very good. Religion from 600 BCE, the Vedic religious system underwent transformation. So after, or you can say from the 600 BCE, the whole system was totally changed, especially the religious system. In this age, the Brahmins had began to dominate the religious practice. So the Brahmins now started to dominate the religious, that means the whole society. They encourage complex ritual, elaborate sacrifices, expensive ceremonies, etc. So the Brahmins, they encourage to perform complex rituals, to give sacrifices, and expensive ceremonies were conducted. People gradually became dissatisfied with the existing form of religion and sought different religious options. So as people were not satisfied with the Brahmins, so they started to form their own religion. As a result, new religions such as Jainism and Buddhism, which did not conform to Brahminical principle, became popular. So as the people, they were not satisfied with the Brahmins, so they established their own religion, that is the Jainism and Buddhism. We shall read more about the Buddhism and Jainism in the next chapter. So Jainism and Buddhism become the other religion during the later Vedic period.